Welcome to the breakdown. I'm your host, Diane Rembert, avid reader, award-winning literary blogger, and the founder of Diamond's Literary World, which is my footprint in the literary industry. I want to talk to you about a new author to me. Her name is Nia Forrester. Upon doing my research, I found out she's an attorney in Philadelphia. Has a ton of books, a catalog of books. I can't wait to talk to Nia Forrester. I had the privilege of meeting her back in August at, I think it's Behind the Pen in New York. And at the time, I knew I had some books on my catalog, on my Kindle by this young lady. But being true to my goal of reading new authors for 2018, I decided I was going to try her Commitment series, which is the very beginning. I highly recommend if you do anything, you start from there. Commitment, book number 1 of the Commitment series, 500 and I believe 8 pages of just pure love. This book truly defines what commitment, true commitment is. We have Shawn, who's an up-and-coming rapper, well-known. Ladies are throwing themselves at his feet, and he meets, she's a writer. She's like a bohemian type of individual. Mother is a woman's advocate, have always taught her to be independent, never rely on a man. So he meets this young lady and a relationship develops. Throughout this book, we see that Shawn is trying to merge his life with Riley's. Riley is in love with Shawn, but still wants to maintain her independence. When it comes to things like, he wants to buy her things, and it's not that she's offended, but she doesn't want to accept his gifts, I guess, because of how she was raised to be so independent, which is, it's not a bad thing at all, as opposed to, some people who just meet a man with money and want to fully depend on him. Ladies, take my word of advice. Always have something for yourself. Because at any given time, if you are 100% dependent upon a man, at any given time, he can decide that he will snatch that away from you, and then where are you? So I don't care if you work a job at the local gas station, you just keep banking your funds. If he's giving you money, take it, put it in the bank. My mother always told me that a woman should have a FU fund. I'm not gonna be a slave to you, and your beliefs and that sort of thing. So always be able to take care of yourself. Have your own. And this is kind of where Riley was coming from. So I kind of understood that, but I thought that she was too independent, if you will. She almost to the point, okay, Shawn's trying to marry her. She felt like he was trying to marry her so he could take care of her. Like, this man is in love with you. He would do things because he wanted to protect her. And she was kind of like, pushing it away. I loved their chemistry. Nia Forrester is not an author who's gonna give you all this drama. What she will give you is an amazing story that unfolds on each page. So it's 508 pages, but you're so caught up because it's interwoven so well. and I loved it. You know, so we see this relationship, but let me just say this. The relationship was not perfect, by no means. As with any relationship, you're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs. They had their tests and they had their trials, and this relationship was tested. And when many would have tucked their tail and ran, Riley was right there with her husband every step of the way. And you saw the bond strengthen. You saw them go from being a couple in love to life partners. Bonnie and Clyde. What more can I say? And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I loved the way Nia Forrester told this story. This is book 1, mind you, in a 3-book series. So now I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, what happens in book 2. But I highly recommend that you guys go, if you want to pick up anything by Nia Forrester. If you want to know where to start with Commitment. I almost made the mistake of starting with a series that was attached to this series. And luckily I called upon my sis, author Chris Renee, and she told me, you know, exactly where to start. Because she's a huge Nia Forrester reader. So thank you, Crystal. I can't wait for some of my book buddies to pick up Commitment. But you know, let me just say this. As I was telling people that I was reading or posting, you know, I'm reading it, so many people came out and they said to me, this is her best series. So, and this is the beginning. So, I'm looking forward to finding out more about these characters. I loved Riley's mother. Her mother was so strong. But she knew how to reel her daughter in and tell her daughter, don't be too strong. Be a wife to your husband. I love that. Oh my God. I love the relationship between the mother-in-law and Shawn. I loved it. You know, so, and there's a relationship that's brewing that I think is later on in the series. So if you read the book, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Riley's got a friend named Tracy who is kind of uppity and this sort of thing, and she's starting to fall for a man named Brendan. So it's pretty interesting. I really, really, really enjoyed it. Again, I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I thank you for supporting Diamond's Literary World. And you know, the end of the year is coming up, so get those best ofs together. Share with me what you've read by Nia Forrester and what you thought about this book and the series by itself. Drop that in the comments because I'd love to hear it. You guys are amazing. I love the interaction. But until next time, until I bring you the sequel, happy reading and be blessed.